Thanks for tuning in. Sarah McCarthy here for Shaw TV. We're down at Thunder Bay's District Health Unit, and I have Dr. Bob Bannatyne here with me. How are you doing, Bob?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Excellent. Now, we're here today to tell you guys about shingles. Well, more specifically about the shingles vaccine. Now, Dr. Bannatyne, now tell me about, it's called Zostavax? Am I saying that?
Yes, that's the trade name, yeah. We just tend to refer to it as the shingles vaccine, so as not to do any inadvertent advertising.
Right, gotcha. So now shingles are actually something that happens to your body after you've had chicken pox, so it can.
Absolutely. You have to have had chicken pox in order to develop shingles.
Now tell me about shingles. What are shingles?
Shingles are small blister-like lesions which occur on one nerve in the body and are generally confined to one side of the body, usually somewhere on the torso, but possibly also on the face, in the eye area, and sometimes even in the ear area. They are incredibly painful, and they look like little blisters. They last for about a week until they crust over, and the most nuisance point with the shingles is the pain which is associated with it. And the pain, which can occur during the occurrence of the blisters, can persist well beyond the healing of the blisters. In fact, it can persist for months to years. And this pain is described as extremely sharp, lancinating, and will keep you awake at night and is extremely troublesome.
Oh, it sounds awful. Now, you can. You were saying earlier that you can only get shingles after you've had chickenpox. Is there any other way that you can get shingles?
No.
That's the only way.
No. Shingles occurs by virtue of the chickenpox virus, which hides in one of the nerves, suddenly becoming activated and traveling down that nerve and causing these blister-like lesions in the skin. Wow.
So now what can one do to protect ourselves against shingles?
Well, one can get the shingles vaccine.
Now, I know there's a clinic coming up, and it's for anyone that's 50 years and over. Why is that? Why is it 50 years plus?
Well, shingles is rather uncommon in the under 50-year-old age group, and as you get older and older, the incidence of shingles increases markedly. And this is the group of people who are least able to combat infections in general and shingles in particular.
Gotcha. Now, is there anything else? What are some of the long-term effects of shingles?
The most serious long-term effects would be if the shingles virus happened to affect the area around the eye, and you can get conjunctivitis and keratitis, and this can lead to scarring and blindness. You can also get a serious shingles infection in the ear, and that could ultimately lead to deafness. But probably the one that causes the most nuisance is the persistent pain in the area where the original lesions popped up. Gotcha.
Now, what do you recommend for our viewers out there watching this now, if they're concerned about shingles? What would you recommend they do?
Well, I would recommend the vaccine if they're in the appropriate age group. Like me, I have personally had the vaccine. Yeah. I guess one of the biggest deterrents to getting the vaccine is the cost. It's expensive.
Mm-hmm. Now, what do you just come on down to the health unit? What do you
Yes, you can come down on a Wednesday afternoon and bring your money with you or your credit card, and we will give you the shingles vaccine. It's relatively side effect free. You might get a little bit of redness and irritation in the area of the arm where it's given, but it's like most other vaccines, relatively benign.
In comparison to what you would experience if you actually had shingles, it's...
Oh, it's no comparison whatsoever. If you had shingles, you would be climbing the walls.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Bannatyne. I appreciate you taking the time out to share this with our viewers.
Most welcome.
Great. So head on down to the immunization clinic on Wednesdays. We'll put all the info for you on the screen. Stay tuned for more on Shaw TV.